What is ChatGPT and how is it useful? Well, ChatGPT is a generative pre-trained model. It's been trained on just a massive amount of human written text. So think of books and other online text-based documents. It's been trained on tons of that, and it can mimic really well human written language. So one of the useful things I find it for is to analyze films, scripts, and to help write scripts. So how can it do that? Well, it's been pre-trained on a bunch of information all the way up to the year 2021. September, I think, of that year, actually. And you can ask it questions like, tell me, what is the film In the Mouth of Madness? And it can give you answers. You can ask who wrote it. You can ask story beats. You can ask timestamps, though I feel like it gets it off slightly, but it's not always 100% accurate, and you can ask it the same question and get different answers because it's also always wanting to answer the question, and it's always wanting to be pretend that it's informative. So it may give you a lot of bullshit sometimes. So I think it is great for filmmakers or novelists, people that want to create stories and they're more interested in conveying an idea or making an interesting, fun story, but not so useful for someone that like is trying to write a article or paper or nonfiction book or documentary where they're concerned about facts, because it will definitely mess up on facts all the time. But again, because it's already been pre-trained on H.P. Lovecraft's all of his works, or Edgar Allan Poe, or Shakespeare, or hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Hollywood screenplays, you can ask it, hey, here's a general idea, outline that in 8 points. Use patterns that it's already been trained on from books that have been published previously, like Save the Cat, or Dan Harmon's Story Circle, or Robert McKee's books where he talks about the positive, negative, like pattern for scenes, like change over time. You can feed in this information or ask questions about this information and then say, based on your knowledge of that, do this, and you can get some pretty good results. And if you're an independent filmmaker who wants to make movies and you're like, well, I'm not the best at stories, you can use it to come up with scripts pretty quick. That being said, it also comes up with some pretty horrible dialogue and just generally bad scripts, but it can be, I think, a good way to come up with stuff quick and really get moving on something. That being said, I do think you should know something about story. Myself, I'm no expert, but I do know concepts so that I can know what to ask, because ChatGPT needs to know, what am I doing? You have to be able to give it pretty good prompts, and you can get some really good results if you know what you're doing. Now, I made a video how to write screenplays using the software, and I think it's an okay video. Maybe I'll make a better one later, but if you have any questions, ask, comment down below. But I think if you're an independent filmmaker doing all the work on the film, any help is, good. And there's a lot of great AI tools nowadays to help you make films cheaper and quicker on your own or with a small group of people. So let me know what you think in the comments. Is all this AI stuff helping creative people, or is it just kind of making, your lives harder? You're like, I want you to write a story about this, and it comes up with something random. Like, no, that's not what I was talking about, AI. Yeah, let me know what you think.